everyone. We were asked actually to share exhortations this summer at the nursing home. So we were invited to share back again this week's the exhortation that we shared at the nursing home. That was Andy's. And then I kind of tagged and kind of teamed up, and then I shared the second part. So we are sharing it. We decided to share it with you all. So basically, mine starts off with an event that happened this summer. And we went to the store Lowe's, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with Lowe's. And it's kind of an exciting story because on summer vacation, I have more time. So my son came up to me and said, "Mom, can we go down the white aisle?" And usually when we go into Lowe's, we're in and out, and we don't have the time to really go down the aisle. So I usually am like, "No, we're not doing that today." So today, over the summer, that day, I said, "Sure, let's do it." So we decided that we were going to go down the aisle, and you know, my son kind of darted out ahead of me, and he was kind of on the run to get to that aisle. Well, what I learned is it's not just one aisle, but it's actually 3 aisles of lights. And it was kind of exciting because as we were going through the aisles, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but they're beautiful. And they are really bright. And as you walk down them, they start their motion. Some of the aisles are motion, and they'll pop on. And there are so many chandeliers that have the cut glass. So I'm like, wow, this is really pretty. Now, it's not something that I probably would have chosen to do on my own because they're very pricey too. Going down those aisles and looking at the price tags and like, wow. But my son starts beaming with excitement. He starts running up and down the aisles, and he's yelling, "Mommy, this is just what I imagined heaven to look like." And I'm like, wow. He kind of like, in a 9-year-old mind, you're like, this is what he thinks heaven, like he at 9 is starting to imagine what that eternal home will look like. And we're running, now we're running through the store. And we're running up and down the aisles. And it's just me with Andy and Millie, and he's yelling at the top of his lungs. He doesn't care who's around. There's other people that are doing their thing. And then Dustin comes along. So he's running to meet Dustin saying, "Daddy, you've got to come see what the lights. Come look at the lights." And he's screaming it now. It's just what I imagined heaven to look like. Now, as I'm thinking about that, I'm like, you're right. Whether we're 9, we're 40, or we're 90 or 100, we all at some point really do start to try to wonder what it might look like. But here's the beautiful thing. If you've ever opened up the book of Revelation, it gives us a detailed description of what heaven will look like. And I'm not sure if it's going to look exactly like the Isle of Lowe's, but if you look at Revelation, it comes from chapter 21, and specifically verse 11. It shone with the glory of God. That light is the glory of God. If you continue to read on, and its brilliance was like that of a very precious jewel, like a jasper, clear as crystal. It had a great high wall with 12 gates, and with 12 angels at the gates. And on the gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. There were 3 gates on the east, 12 foundations, and on them were the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. Now when you move down, it gives more. If you have time, dive in it to really look at some of those beautiful stones and gems that were laid out before you. But I'm going to skip down to verse 23. The city does not need the sun or the moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and the Lamb is its lamp. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their splendor into it. On no day will its gates ever be shut, for there will be no night there. The glory and honor of the nations will be brought into it. Nothing impure will ever enter it, nor will anyone who does what is shameful or deceitful, but only those whose names are written in the Lamb's book of life. Now, in closure here, when we're looking and we've really taken a focus on revival, and this right here, that eternal home, is really the message that we are sharing. We are sharing the gospel that when you accept Jesus, this is the detailed picture of what we have to look forward to. And may God bless this.